Okay, welcome everybody to this workshop about the integration of Moodle and Snap. My name is Joan. I'm from Barcelona and I work for the education department of Catalonia and also with the amazing Robolot team and collaborating with Snap for Arduino, and a lot of things. The idea of this workshop is to be a real workshop and not much talking and just playing and testing. And first, I'll try to explain some things about the context of these plugins and the main presentation of the new plugin that we are presenting today. And the idea is we have half an hour of explanation and half an hour of testing, playing, and sharing. Okay, then if you want, you can go to this address, snapcon22.robolot.online. Okay. And you will see this Moodle for this workshop. And at the bottom of the course, you see a space where all the documentation. We don't need to log in yet. We will do later to the work, to the practice. But here you have documentation, and the first book, this is Snap presentation, is the draft that we will follow. Okay. Okay, then we are doing this intro with 5 minutes, and the idea is in a short time, some ideas about Moodle and Snap and the Moodle plugins and the all legacy Moodle plugins that we presented in the snapshot 2020. And the main presentation of the new plugin and the features you have as an administrator, as a teacher, as a student. Then after this explanation, you will have a Moodle course for everybody, and you can play and create a proposal to share with the other participants. Okay. Then go there. About Moodle and Snap. Here we can say a lot of things because for me as an educator, Moodle and Snap have two very important tools and very important ideas in my professional life. There are two topics here. One is the general ideas, is the idea to join Moodle and Snap is because they are two great open source projects, because they are two amazing and powerful ideas and exciting communities of educators. And join these projects is, I think, is a very good idea. But also, I want to share that we have different specific goals about the needs of schools these years, asking us for their needs to use Snap in their school environments. And these specific goals are the first, to be able to have all the content of the school activities, users, projects, contents under the control of the school. Then it's not it's not a purpose against the Snap Cloud, the social site. It's only to be able to have, when we need, a safer context to do the school activities. And then teachers have all the control of the projects, have the curation of the content, and has the school have her own data under their control. Okay, the first goal is this. The second is, a Snap Cloud has different options to create users, and maybe they're improving new options. But sometimes we have the need to have more flexible and interactive ways to manage users, classroom activities, and projects. And then this integration with Moodle allow us to connect with all the features Moodle have and to connecting to other resources like the database with passwords and other information systems we have in our schools. And the third goal is to be able to add more educational tools to our activities. I know Snap is really, really great, but sometimes in our activities we need some other features for grading, rubrics, working groups, send feedback, or also to mix the Snap activities with other activities where there are text, images, videos on other resources. This is the idea we are working to integrate Moodle and Snap. Okay. Then some words about the legacy Moodle plugins, because some of you maybe know the plugins we presented in the SnapCon in January 2020. And the important idea is in 2020, we were in Snap 6, and Snap 6 didn't have the API and the post message features we have now, and we had since Snap 7. Then we build these Snap plugins for Snap for Arduino. You still have this in Moodle, and you can use them. But that plugins are static plugins built with a single version of Snap or Snap for Arduino or others, and have some issues with JavaScript when our Moodle sites have a lot of graphic features. Then after Snap 7, we have this API, and we can build a more smart plugin. And this is what we are presenting now, a single plugin that can create activities of Snap for Arduino in only one plugin, and is the first step to do more integrations in Moodle related to filters or feedback assignment plugins or other features that we can create using the same machine we are doing in this new plugin of Snap. Then overall, the big idea here is we need distros based in Snap 7 or higher. Then, for example, Snap for Arduino is now in version 7, and in September will be in version 8. Snap, is now in version 8 since yesterday. But maybe we have, for example, TurtleStitch, I think is in version 6, and Beetleblocks is an older version. Then if you want to play still with these plugins, you can use the old legacy plugins that are available in the Moodle site. These Beetleblocks, TurtleStitch. But the idea is to move all them to the plugin and develop that they have to include in their own distros. Okay, maybe if there are problems here, everybody can ask us to to help, and it's easy to implement these changes. Okay, let's go to the important part of the presentation. We have that plugin. I changed my browser, give a snap submission. The first idea is when you have a Moodle, the integration of these plugins is just click one button and install in your own site. Then if you are using a Moodle that you are not the administrator, you can ask for your administrator to include this plugin because it's very quick and easy to install. And then I want to show you the options of the plugin administration. Okay. Yes. Basically, only 3 options. The default options are running okay, but I try to explain. Later, I change something to show more options we have. The first option is selected by default in new assignments. Usually, if Moodle is used for a lot of different activities in your school, then the default option is no. But if you build a Moodle instance just to play with Snap, then you can check this, and then all the assignments by default have the Snap activities inside this assignment. The second one is important, is the available Snap distros. By default, we have only the Snap, official Snap from Berkeley, but you can do a lot of things here. For example, you can change the Berkeley URL if you need to use your own instance of a Snap, for example, or you can link to a previous version because maybe Snap, for example, is changing to version 8, but you want to wait some time in version 7 because all your materials are there, and you can change and update here what instance of Snap. And also you can add more than one distro. We will see later. It is an example of the Snap and Snap for doing. And the third option, important option, is the Snap Cloud features, because it's one of the origin of the problems that schools have when they need to play with Snap, and the legal requirements have not to use third-party clouds without contracts. Then the administrator by default can disable all Snap Cloud features here, or later we will see we can enable these features and use them. Okay, 3 options. With the default options, I go to the teacher's view. Teachers go to Snap course. Okay, is the course you see before. I change to edit mode, and then I can create a normal assignment. Okay, a title, for example, Snap. Testing. Description. To show a more, you can copy and paste. For example, I am in the curriculum of the VJC. Let's copy and paste here. We have the activity description. We have a lot of things we can do in Moodle about submission, feedbacks, but this workshop is not about these Moodle options. And you see the submission types. We have the online text file submission, but if I want to Snap, then I can choose the Snap distro. I have only one because my administrator, has only one distro. the cloud features are disabled, and I can enable this because the administrator has chosen. And language as the user when you use Snap. Then I will enter here in the same sorry. Okay. Okay, I will load lab student. Okay, I am a student. I have the same course. I enter here. I see the new assignment, Snap testing. I see the description I copy and the possibility to add a new submission. Then all the assignment, because maybe here I'm requesting for resources, but we have here the project area of this. I don't force the language, and it's my language. It's not in Catalan. I see there are not cloud features, and I can use Snap. It's normal, and save changes wherever I want. Okay, then I have another view of the assignment with my information. I can see I have my submission. And we have again my project. I can continue. If I am working with Snap, maybe with the full screen, it's more better. Okay, and here we can in any moment restore my project and continue working. In the meantime, I can go to the teacher's view. Now I'm the teacher, and if I view all my submissions, no, my student submissions, I see my only student, and I can check this project. I can play with the project. It's read-only mode. It's not my project. If I'm grading, I see the normal individual view. Maybe the submission have other elements like an online text and file, but we have here and one click to see a full screen of the Snap project, to grade, to send feedback, or whatever. Okay, go again to the administration view to see different possibilities. For example, available Snap distros. I want to add Snap for Arduino, my options. And Snap cloud features. I have no legal problems, and I want to enable Snap cloud features, but not selected by default, for example. Okay, that's all. Then teachers, when create new activities, or when editing previous activities, then have the the distro can change. We have the Snap or Snap for Arduino. For example, to test, I change to Snap for Arduino. I can enable now the Snap Cloud features, and I test the other option. They use Moodle language as Snap language. Save the new options and go back to the student view. I'm now the student and I want to edit my submission to continue working. Let's see. But now the project area is the Snap Arduino, but it's the same project I am working. Look, that now is in English because I click to use the Moodle language and that Moodle course is in English. Then I have a Snap in English. And you see the cloud features are here because I enable in the other, okay? To see different colors that is working. I can save in the same way. And I have to show you the last feature we have in this plugin. Okay. Okay, we are editing the assignment. You know, for example, I can change enable Snap Cloud, but maybe I want to use a template for the starting point for my Snap activity, not a Snap empty project. Maybe I want a project with some blocks. Maybe I'm using the micro world features and I want to create a base project with a single palette or hide some blocks or whatever I want. The only thing I have to do is to upload, for example, I have the B example to the files of Snap. Then save and display and go to the student's view. Of course, if I edit my submission, I will not see any change because it was a template, but I am working in a project. The project is not delayed. It's my project, but my submissions to start again, or maybe I was reviewing for the first time. When I go to this assignment, I can add a submission. This is a Snap for Arduino. It's waiting. We have the B project because it's the template that all my students is the starting point of the activity. I can do something to see that it's running. For example, right arrow. Broadcast and upload this to be recursion. Maybe this one, and with the right arrow, I can see different options. Okay. Okay, then return to the teacher's view. And if I see the project of my student, Okay, I have it. And of course, it's read-only mode, but I have all the features of a normal Snap. Then I can export the project, upload a library. I can do what everything I need, but in the read-only mode, I can do nothing. It's only a Snap to test. And when it's the possibility of a store, the storing is only for the user in their submission space. Okay. I think it's near half past. I want to change to the workshop action. I present the options you have for the workshop, and maybe I can repeat some of the explanations a little bit slower for people who never use Moodle. But first begin to, sorry. I want to start from the beginning. Okay, first step for everybody. I guess you are here in the snapcon 22.robolot.online. You have this course available for guests, but now I ask you to log in to this space, and you have to log in with the username and the password the same, your email address using for the snapcon. Okay, then I type okay, I wait a bit for everybody. If somebody have problems after the explanation, I can help you, but I use the email address registered in the snapcon. And you have only to type username, this email address, and password, exactly the same email address, and you will have an own course with your name hidden for students. If you go to home, you will see the other courses, but on my courses, by default, your site is my courses. You have to see your own course. If anybody has problems, can use the chat and I try to attend. Okay. Then, if you are here, go to your course. It's an empty course. In this workshop, you can use for all you want, but I try to take some tips to help you. Then remember that I did before in the demo. If you are a teacher, there is no options here, but with the edit mode in the top right, you see that all the elements in the course are editable. You can change the text, the forum, but you can add activities and resources. Then the idea now is the next. First of all, you can do everything you want in this time to play with assignments, but you can do with all the Moodle elements we have. After a quick explanation now, you can stop to listen to me, but maybe there are people that not using Moodle never, and I repeat the basic operations of creating assignment. Okay, you can continue listening, but you can work by your own science during 15 minutes, the idea. Okay, then my proposal is do what you want, but think an assignment to show to the other participants. An easy thing, and I think the idea is something simple, easy, but quite fun also. And do an assignment to propose an activity for the other participants we are working in the workshop. We have 15 minutes to do this and to play all the options we have in this Moodle course. Okay. After these 15 minutes, I explain, but the idea is go to the settings of the course. I repeat later this. Just change the name of the course to explain something about your proposal, and change the visibility height to show. Then after this, the idea is between 15 minutes, everybody can see other courses available to enter and see our proposals and check. Then you have 15 minutes to work in your own course. After this, 10 minutes to play with the courses the other participants are sharing with us. And if you return to your own course, maybe you have feedback of the other participants. Then you see more clearly the idea of teacher and student in a real action. Okay. So first of all, I check the chat for if there is problem in the validation of the Moodle, and you start to test and play, and in 2 minutes, if there are not questions, I repeat some basic operations to create the assignment in Moodle for you, or maybe you are hiring more than me and you are creating a lot of activities and forums and all. Okay.
Joan, I believe you have a hand up from Paul.
Yep. Joan, hi, I'm Paul from Germany. Can you do me a favor and enter the TurtleStitch site into the list of
Yes.
available Snap packages, distros? Joan is gone.
Yes.
I have a
the
really
problem
big
is
delay.
TurtleStitch is not in version 7 of
TurtleStitch is not in version 7.
TurtleStitch is running Snap is version 6 of Snap.
Since yesterday, it's version 7.
Sorry. Okay.
Can we give it a try?
I try it now, but okay.
Should I send you the link?
Can you post in the chat the address of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
This should be the address.
Okay, I try because I need to test this.
So maybe this is the first time that someone's trying to use it. Well, I'm sure it's the first time.
And I guess it was indexed. It's Snap. I need to a full URL. Not found. HTTPS, TurtleStitch, maybe it's a Snap. No. but I need the full address.
This is not the full address?
I have the full address since the file, you know, index at HTML
Okay.
or something like this.
Yeah, I don't know the full address.
But I can.
Maybe you can look.
Yes, but yes, I try to.
That's great. I will play around with the normal snap version to start. Thank you.
Okay. I try to add TurtleStitch. I'm not sure if, but we can test it. Okay. TurtleStitch is added. We have to test if it's working or not. Okay. Then I guess all you are working. If you are doing this, don't listen to me, but I explain a little slower the steps to create the assignment, because maybe everybody wants to do. Okay. I'm returning to my course. It's an empty course with a forum. You know the edit mode. It's the key to have the options to add elements and edit something. I do the assignment. Testing. Stitch. Okay. Snap submission. Normal. If you are, I test TurtleStitch, but maybe you can test snap normal, because maybe there is some problem. And I take this one. Set display. I'm the teacher, and then I go to settings. You don't have to do now this, but I want to test the wall thing, and I need to my course. And show it.
Paul, when you want to try out your own task, you have to go to participants and then enroll yourself as a student. Afterwards, you can do that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't see the chat question, sorry. Okay. I comment later. It's not running. Okay. Okay, we have 10 minutes to the end of the workshop, still for the end. And we can continue in other spaces and forums. But remember, if you are testing some these Moodle courses, a lot online, we offer you, you can, we have a forum and we go to questions, comments, and problems, and you can use this space to test the features. Okay, then, if you are testing this, remember one thing is answered of the chat was the participants, have the enroll, but when you have the people enrolled, you can change and add more roles to a student to have all the behaviors that have a student in your course, and see with the same users the teacher options and the student options. Until it's better if you are only use teacher options, then in this next step at the end of the workshop, you see as a student in the other courses, okay? Then, aside the participants, settings, I said before, change please the title because to see what, and show. And then if you go to the home space, you can enter with the courses that other participants have shared with you. This simple but math. When you enter, you are enrolling in this course. And you can test the assignments the other participants have prepared, and then return to your course to see as a teacher the assignments for the other participants. Okay, we have 5 minutes to do this. It's not a lot, but
I just did some changes in the background. Could you reload the page and see what happens?
are you asking me for reload this page?
Yes, because I've changed the XML file in the background, and that would be a
Yes.
good opportunity to see what's happening when you do that. Because for whatever reasons in my browser, it didn't work.
Okay, I finished this, but I want to test this. One moment. I share this and I test what you are asking me.
Okay, so it still brings up the old submission.
Yes.
Okay. Unless, I guess, if you delete your submission, then it should probably change.
Yes.
Okay.
That is. Sorry, but maybe I don't understand. When you reload the page, the behavior is what I expected. Is lose the things I do. Okay. Or maybe I don't understand the question.
No, the problem was I had some file and it didn't work in my browser. So I changed it to a different one. And I was wondering what would be happening if I do that while somebody's working on it. But obviously it takes the state at the beginning.
Okay.
And then it's not a problem if you do some changes in the background. But if somebody else would go into it and try it, you would see probably a different task.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If you see specific issues, you can in the forum I see in the end to check these problems. But maybe this is a new plugin with 2 days of life and maybe it has some issues.
No, I think it's a problem with my browser I've got.
Yes.
because it loads Snap very slowly.
Yes. Okay, then we have no more much time. I want to say about TurtleStitch. Maybe somebody wants to talk about this, but the idea is, yes, it's in version 7, but there is some problems with the init functions, that some issues that Snap 7 have fixed, and maybe in the update is missing because it's not running properly. Maybe I can talk with TurtleStitch developer and see what's happening and help us to fix them. But it's some problems we have with Snap 6. We see exactly that problems. Is some issues that was fixed, and maybe in the upgrading is missing, or is some conflict anywhere. I know this, and I contact with them to find a solution. The other thing, because the time is over, is that what I say before, that the space is living. You can test. We can continue conference with other presentations, and no hurry, no rush about this, because you can. You have a month and more to play, and in the beginning course that you enter as a guest in the beginning, but you are now registered, you have the possibility to use the forum to ask questions, or to share comments, or whatever you want. Okay, and I think it's near 6 o'clock. And we have to finish to my iPads.